What's up, everybody? My name is Katwon Turner, and today I want to introduce to you guys. He's not a regular guy. No. Despite what you may have heard, he is a tattoo artist, a comedian, a writer, a director of film and theater. Today, I would like to present to you Chris Trovador.
Hey.
What's happening, my boy? You good?
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
All right, so, man, first of all, you have a journey here that I'm sure that is very equated to what's the saying that they say, the struggling artist?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. And so how was that journey? Like, how long have you been in I guess collectively and everything, but let's start off with tattoo artists.
I've been tattooing since 2008, so a little bit over a decade. Okay. I got into it. Well, so during high school, I was taking audio engineering classes. Wow. And I graduated audio engineering at the same time I did high school.
Wow.
But making beats and rapping wasn't, paying the bills.
What?
Yeah, there was no SoundCloud at that time. There was no Instagram or TikTok to be able to chop in beats and find other outlets for beat making or just that kind of thing, if that makes sense. I think there was like SoundClick or something at that time.
Yes, I actually remember that.
Yeah.
I think it was Blue.
That was about it. Yeah. And so since that wasn't paying the bills, I was hopping from job to job, and I eventually found an apprenticeship. This family moved from London, I believe, and they came over here to Orlando, and they started a tattoo shop, and they were looking for apprentices. And me and two other people were the ones who started there. And eventually, I was the only one that lasted at that specific shop.
Okay. For the viewers who don't know, what is a apprentice?
Oh, apprenticeship. It's sort of like an internship, but like...
Ooh, thought it was like a sex slave or something. I don't know.
No. When you get into tattooing, you really got to have tight ass.
Yeah, it's like apprentice. Good.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, an apprenticeship is basically like an internship, but for a tattoo artist. And you basically learn the tools and trade of the art.
Okay.
So...
Like shadowing,
you're cleaning, you're technically called the shop bitch.
What?
Yeah, and so you're doing whatever. At that time, you're cleaning tubes, sterilizing them, just making sure the place looks clean, it's sanitary. Then you're also like drawing every single day, shadowing the person who's teaching you. And that's what I did. I was just following Danny Wells at Stigma. And I started at
Danny.
Yep. He's still there at Stigma Tattoos in downtown Orlando. And I just shadowed him for a while. And my first paid tattoo was 6 months in. And I kept going from there.
Pay attention, y'all. It's a journey, man. 6 months in. Yeah. He had to, you had to
pay
put
rent.
in that work. Yeah. You had to
learn fast.
You don't just come in, just get in that position. You got to earn that, man. Yeah. Now, how did you transition into, like, what happened after that when you went from, so tattoo artist, initially music, you said?
Initially music, yeah.
But then tattoo artist, and then how did you transition to a comedian?
So, funny enough, the tattoo shop moved to downtown Orlando. So, in that area, there is an improv theater right next door.
Right.
So to make a very long story short, eventually I went to go see some shows. I was like, what is this over here? And I was like, wait a second. These people getting paid to make stuff up? I could do that. I do it all the time for the clients. Because when a client is all nervous and whatnot, because they're about to get their first tattoo or whatnot, I'm like, okay, what can I do to make them feel better about themselves? I'm going to pour the ink out and I'm going to put some salsa music. I'm going to rap for them. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make them feel comfortable and make them laugh or whatever. And so from there, I would take classes at the improv spot, and it's at Sat Comedy Lab, and literally I would just tattoo, take the class. Right after class, I go right back to tattooing, and it was this party kind of environment, and that was my routine for like a year or two or something like that.
So you went to class so you learned the craft of
improvisation,
mm-hmm. And then from improvisation,
then was stand up.
Mm-hmm. What made you do that?
It's sort of like a parallel kind of journey, because in stand up, not everyone improvises. They usually write their jokes or whatnot, but a lot of times there are, like, if you see all the Instagram clips of stand-up comedians these days, what are they doing? They're improvising stuff with the audience.
Right.
They're doing reactions.
Right.
So there is an improv muscle within all that.
Material.
Yeah, it's, to be honest, improv is within everything. I'm improvising right now.
Right.
You improvising right now.
So true. God, hey.
When we're painting, when we're driving, that's technically improv. If a car comes out of nowhere and you got to push that brake, that's improvising. So, so improvising is really everywhere. It's just, how do you hone it in? It's not about being funny. It's just learning about these basic principles, these rules on how to think freely, to be confident, and to commit.
It's like you got to find that pocket.
Yeah, it's like a little pocket. And then so with that,
and your pocket, like, what is your pocket?
Well, I mean,
comedic. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's I am such a wide variety.
Versatility.
Yeah, I'm a liminal being,
There
multi-hyphenated.
you go.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
It's okay. That's good.
You can't put me in a box, even though I've tried to put myself so that I can, be digestible for the masses. But unfortunately, you can't put me in a pocket. But that was that transition between improv and stand-up. And it was like, okay, improv, you can do that. And then from there, I transitioned to full acting, like dramatic acting and stuff like that. And you still use that same muscle through all that. And not just that, even in music, you're improvising, right? When I'm about to freestyle, you're improvising. So it's just taking that muscle and then taking it to another level in a different way.
Right. Yeah.
Learn something new.
Yeah. I mean, because that's like I guess it's like, it's a thing that makes your mind wonder, because it's a different, because just like you're tapping into a different type of place. It's like one thing to go to a job and to do what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
It's another thing to hone in on something that is just like very, what's that? I don't know, well-pocketed. I'm making up a good word right now, but it's just well-pocketed. It's like it's so many ranges that can go in that can go in this world of a comedian or whatever it may be, to the point that I guess what I'm trying to get to is like where fear can come in.
Oh yeah.
Was this scary?
Yeah. Oh, it's always scary.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I think. That's what the improv definitely helps you. Just like you commit. Like you're making a decision, and then you're building off of that, whatever decision.
Different crowds too.
Oh, well, if we're
different
performing wise, yeah. If you're performing, yeah, you're doing that kind of stuff. If it's like, for example, I've been in a stand-up show where I'm performing, and randomly a person walks in that is not mentally well, and they screaming to the top of their lungs, and now that has just messed up your whole set.
Right.
So now you have to go with what just was given to you, and rock with it.
That's the art of it. There you go.
That's the improv. That's the rocking with whatever's given to you in the moment, no matter what form of art you're doing. From painting, it's the exact same thing. Oops, I spilled this red on the painting, and how do I work that within this new stuff, this new, okay, I like this, and I build off of it. And it works in jobs too. I teach, literally, I've been teaching for a while, and I do corporate gigs. So, for example, I did for Jaeger. You know, Jaeger, the drink.
Sheesh.
So me and a couple other people, other improvisers, we taught to their corporate team how to improvise, and you're basically teaching building skills with your other coworkers. So you're trying to connect and team build with everyone. So you can use improv in different ways. Last year I went to Mexico. I went to Monterrey, Mexico to teach factory workers improv and get them all like thinking together, collaborating together.
That's a tool. Wow, that's where improv can lead to a strengthen.
Yeah,
is that working together? Wow.
Yeah,
that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
because it's like, I guess with the work thing, it's like you don't have, nobody wants to be at work, but if you know how to improvise,
you make it work. And you work with what you got.
It's actually good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even with tattooing, for example, just to bring it back or tie it in, even with tattooing, improv comes handy because sometimes someone will sneeze. Someone will get ticklish. Someone will jerk out of nowhere because of their nerves. Right. And you could be like, oh, either you accidentally put too much pressure on the line. Now it's a little wobbly. So you got to find a way to straighten it out, to make it thicker, to work with what you got. Right.
Sheesh. How do you think your background as a tattoo artist has influenced your artwork?
I would say it helped me learn different perspectives, like in how to place things using, for example, picture frames are always a square. All right. So when it's on a body, you have to use the roundness. You have to be able to use space differently.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Right.
If we're doing a tattoo, like on the arm, it's round on the deltoids. But then the bicep, maybe it's flat. It's oval.
Right.
I mean, at least my arms.
Right.
And then, forearms different, or your leg, or your ribs. These are all different kinds of shapes. So that's one way it helped. Also, colors. I always, growing up, stuck to drawing. So whether if it's drawing with a pen or drawing with a pencil, I always stuck to that. And it wasn't until I became a tattoo artist where I really started diving into using colors, diving into painting.
See, that's that. And that, I mean, crazy thing about it is that's a beautiful way, because it's usually how it works. You usually hear people's stories, it is something like that. Not like usually, but like it's like in their own way. It's like something like happened to where it made sense that they did this before to the next thing that they end up doing.
Improv.
Wow. All right now. Wow, that's pretty sick. That is pretty sick.
If only, my big thing with improv for sure though is that we need to teach it in schools so that.
Man, that would have been perfect for the class clowns, man. That's
for not even just the class clowns, for everyone.
Right, truth.
For everyone, just to think outside the box, to collaborate with the other students, to commit to something.
Right, facts.
And then whatever has been committed, to build off of that.
And structure it, right.
Yeah, even if it's wrong.
Man, it's right. I always say school was good for something.
Bruh. So
something.
Let me tell you something, which I found. Yeah, this is. I taught at Cypress Creek High School last year. I taught clowning and improv.
Wow.
I got kicked out of class because I was class clown.
Wow.
And I'm teaching clown.
Look how
years later.
Look how it all came around full circle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what the freak? That is dope. Yeah, that's one of them stories. You hear that stuff, man. That's real though. Like what? Yeah. You need to come around.
Crazy. It's just crazy. And trust me, I rub it in my mom's face all the time.
But see, that speaks to the testament of just simply, man, just being patient, man, on the journey, because you don't know. Like,
I got another one. I dropped out of college. My first solo show, with the pandemic hit, I got paid from the University of Chicago booth to do a solo show.
Wow. See?
So I got paid by a college.
College.
Or a university.
That's letting you know something. Yeah. That's letting you know something. Blend the rules.
Blend the rules. Well, that one's the art show.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The solo show, my new solo show,
Right.
is called Ink Addicted.
Ink Addicted. What inspired that?
I did a song years ago when I was a tattoo artist with a guy named DJ Cleon. And I did this song called Ink Addicted because I was, I told you I was doing music.
Right.
So I create, just messing around in the booth, and you create a rap and stuff dedicated to the world of tattooing. And so he created a dubstep. Back in the day, dubstep was hot. It was the whole thing. So he made a dubstep version.
Little era, yeah.
And so he would, at the time, Stigma Tattoo Bar had a DJ booth. It was sort of like a club, but with a tattoo shop on the side. And he would play my song while DJing. And so Ink Addicted, perfect, setting. And so from there, that kept my, what's it called? The wheels turning.
Right.
It kept my wheels turning. And from there, it just led to other things. And, that's always been in the back of my head. But the reason why I called this my new solo show Ink Addicted is because I'm trying to bring that concept back. And, everybody got tattoos nowadays.
Right.
Well, you don't. You got a tattoo? Oh, okay. How many tattoos you got?
You at it, boy. You
Are you
at
really?
it. Nah. I need to talk to you. I forgot about that. I be forgetting, sometimes you forget what your friends do around here.
Yeah.
I'll have one right here. It's the worst tattoo ever.
It wasn't by me.
Definitely wasn't by Chris at all. It's by my boy named Kaluna. Shout out, but I was back in the day. We was
Oh,
young,
no.
we was high. No,
I'm sorry.
No, actually, no, Kaluna, my bad. You didn't do that. You did the other good one on my chest.
Yeah.
This one was some random guy. I paid $40 a weed or something like that too, or something like that.
Barter.
We bartered back in the days. Street bartering for the tattoo. I don't know, bro, name, but it is supposed to be a K in a crown. And it looked like an R. I don't know what it is. And the see-through and all kind of stuff.
We can fix that up.
But yeah, I got wings here, got word here, got something here, something here, something here.
Okay, so you got a few.
Little whoop-de-whoop.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah,
a little.
a few. That's good.
Look a little struggleish,
So then, by having tattoos, that it's something in the mind that once you get one, you're like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Let me go get another. Or let me get another. And so
Facts. Especially when you're trying to piece the stuff together.
Right.
You don't want to be left with the one. Yeah. I gotta balance this
I gotta
out.
do it now. Yeah. And then
now that looks like a good proportion right there.
And so that's where that mindset of Ink Addicted comes from, because people
right.
have this inclination. It's like, you need more and you need more.
Right.
So,
that is very real.
yeah. So basically, my solo show Ink Addicted is about my life in coming from tattoos into comedy and how I got that. It's that journey and that process. Perfect. And it's done through rapping. I'll be doing poetry. I'll be doing painting. I'll be doing improv, clowning.
Right.
I'll have sketches in between.
Dope.
It's a whole thing.
Sheesh. Okay, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm going to ask you a few more questions.
Go for it.
About your comedy show. What are some of the funniest or most outrageous experiences you had as a tattoo artist that you will be incorporating into your comedy show?
I don't want to tell too much about but there's some stories in there about some wild tattoos that I've done. Like
butthole tattoo?
No, I've never tattooed a butthole. Have you seen that get done?
Yeah, unfortunately.
You have?
On porn, yeah. Seeing a couple things just randomly just like,
That's very interesting. As a tattoo artist, I guess I've never seen tattoo porn.
Oh, I've seen it. It's just randomly now, once again, just seeing it.
There's so many questions.
Yeah, so many questions. Why did the algorithm take me there?
Why did the algorithm take me there?
And we are going to move on. We're going to move on right now.
We are here at the Holy Podcast. We don't talk about this. Actually, I've seen some Christian porn. No.
Yeah. I haven't seen no Christian porn.
You haven't seen no like nuns and stuff?
I've seen like the sad thing about it is
we'll edit all this out.
No, definitely give it. It's like I really saw a lot of random stuff that I just really never thought I was just like. Why is that
who
there?
was tattooing? The person in the porn?
Whoever, it was just some guy tattooing his lady's butthole. It's just, yeah. And out of curiosity, who would not want to look at that?
I don't want to look at it.
I want to look. I'm like, how are you doing that? Why are you doing this, woman? This is your butthole.
I would never want to see that.
Do you understand? This is a butthole. Like, you know how painful that is?
Check out my OnlyFans where I tattoo buttholes and...
Bro, when I was sitting there, me and Flex got our first tattoo together. Oh my gosh. Hurts.
Yeah.
Crying, tears.
Yeah. So
right here, I'm just not okay. I didn't cry tears, but that's what you.
You can
like.
tell the truth.
No,
it's a safe space here.
All right, you know that one tear, and it just slowly falls out the whole time. Yeah. That happened. Yeah. So yeah, moving the freak on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, back to that is one crazy story that I talk about is when a guy came to the tattoo shop to get his third eye, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I was going to ask. All right, anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy tattoos that I talk about in the show. And
you know what? Yeah, my mind's really going too far now. All right, so yeah. Because I done went from here to there, and now it's all bad. This is not.
Yeah.
None of this is good. I don't want to go to this.
So yeah, one of the tattoos that I talk about in the show is a client that came and got his third eye. That's one of the stories, one of the many stories.
Okay. Y'all got to come to the comedy show to find out about that third eye. I'm curious. All right. Now, how do you plan to balance humor with reality of being a tattoo artist?
So this was always tricky. This was always like, how do I finagle this idea? And sort of like what we were talking about earlier, I'm just being myself, man.
Bingo.
You know, I am just... I wouldn't say I'm naturally funny, but through trauma, have found ways to make myself happy. And that has, improvised its way into other forms of that, and which makes me comedic. Right. So learning in school, comedic timing. The first time I experienced comedic timing is when a kid made fun of me in middle school. He called me Michael Jackson because I had a pointy nose, and whole class erupted.
So comedic timing, okay.
And so I didn't want to ever feel that again. So from then on, I had comebacks.
Also, it's like he had a drop. He dropped it on you.
He dropped it on me in class.
And it was like everybody was at the right silence to hear everything. It was just the right. It was like the light was on you.
Yeah. Yo, shut up with your Michael Jackson nose. And then boom, everyone. The teacher was laughing, bro.
Oh no, not the teacher.
The teacher was laughing, and it hit me so hard. It's like, oh no, I gotta have something ready to go, bro. A comeback or something, because then from there I would dish them out or whatever the case may be, and then I felt the power of laughter.
Man, okay, yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah,
and then from there, it's like, ooh, I like that.
So you came back and got him back.
Yeah, not that person, but I got other people.
Oh yeah. Okay. But I feel like every me and Fletcher was talking about this. Like, I feel like we honestly should, like, every child. I feel like you should go through that, like in cracked on and stuff. I feel like you should, not bullied, but you should get cracked on. You should know how to get sharp with your mouth.
It's to a certain extent, right? I think
because it builds character.
Florida's version of that is a little different. You remember slapping necks?
Yeah, all of that. It was all in that era. Like,
give me that neck.
Give me that neck. It was the rub. It was the slap. I mean, even nut checks. Like, what the frick are we doing? What are we talking about?
Yeah, so I wouldn't go that far.
Right.
But there is a friendly, funny kind of thing where roasting does play into building a certain kind of character.
Right.
Some people's character can't handle that, and respect to that, and they shouldn't have
because of what they come. Right.
Yeah, though that is sort of like a love language within men. That's just in general. Man,
it's the weirdest. I don't know where it comes from, but it is definitely floating out here. And
and so that's what it is. It's like
I mean, we would crack. I mean, it was So
I remember when,
some stuff would hit. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and what that's was so dope about it is like we've even turned it into an art form, right? I'm not even just talking about stand up or whatever. Like, remember when How High the movie came out? Red Man and Method Man, they had Get 'Em. Remember when it was like, oh, somebody say Get 'Em, and then right. Throw in Get 'Em. Oh, yo, raggedy ass tooth. Get 'em. Oh, yo, get 'em. And that's a game.
Yeah, what do they call it?
That is an improv game now.
Right. Wow.
Not even knowing it.
Wow. Right.
Somebody said, get 'em. Oh, look at those raggedy shoes, whatever the case may be. Oh, look at your
Nick
hairline.
Cannon.
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
He took that to
a more mainstream popular.
And Living Color was the original, of course, but
sketch comedy
wise, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what with Nick Cannon they have the improv, and I think they have some sketches. Yeah. Shout out to Jamie Moyer, who's a creative consultant for that show.
Oh, dope. Shout out to you, my boy.
No, well, that's a woman. Anyways, we'll edit that out. Just edit that whole part out. Don't even mention Nick Cannon and Wild Out.
My boy,
cut that portion out.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so what are some of the challenges you anticipate in creating a comedy show based on your experiences?
Vulnerability.
Okay.
Talking about certain circumstances that happened in my life that led me into comedy makes me very transparent with the people listening, the audience. I mean, just writing the show made me very vulnerable because there's certain things you don't want to talk about. You don't want to talk about, for example, traumatic experiences, to not spoil the show. And vulnerability was probably the biggest thing because, we all put that facade. We all put that, especially in a comedy show, is like, but that's the cool thing about solo shows. It's like, no, we're going to encompass this all the way around. This is not just going to be stand-up. This is a full encompassing show with a storyline. Right. And I'm going to give you funnies. This is going to be great. I'm going to give you stuff to distract. But not only is there a message behind it, but there's also this portion that I talk about in the show where it's very dark. And it shows how I came out of that to find comedy.
So it's like if somebody were to come to your website, in a sense, to know an about me of Chris, that's what you're presenting.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put that, I almost died. You wouldn't put that on there. The show is zooming in, expanding on my life in that sense.
Comedic lens.
Yeah, but also I'm showing, how tattooing has also changed me, how tattooing has changed the world and has been around here since the caveman ages. And so it's I'm trying to give you some history, but I'm not trying to preach. I'm trying to have fun, trying to give you a piece of me while also being vulnerable, transparent, and something you can take with you.
Right.
Maybe even a tattoo.
Right, bingo. Love that. Now to end it out, who is your target audience for your comedy show?
Tattoo lovers.
Tattoo lovers?
Mm-hmm. Even if you're not a tattoo lover and you're curious, come on to the show. I think, I can always say my tattoo's for all ages and for everyone, but you really want art lovers. How about that? Bingo. Art lovers, theater lovers. Yeah. Tattooing has been around forever, so every culture has it. A lot of people can come, and enjoy the show. So if I was to reach anyone in this, it's all you art lovers, all you creatives, theater lovers.
Come on out, man.
Come on out.
All right, last question.
Let's do it.
What are your long-term goals for your comedy career?
Wow. Deep questions. To be honest, I didn't even know I would be doing all this. So I literally just improvise and do what I love.
Enjoying the journey.
And one opportunity hops on to the other lily pad of opportunities and hop on to the next one. And though I'll just to speak it into existence, right? The thing that I want to do with my comedic journey is I would love to be a showrunner for my own animated series.
Showrunner, explain.
Showrunner is the person who runs this specific show. Like,
why did you do that? That was so funny. A showrunner is someone who runs
the show.
A specific show. He knew how else to explain that. It was just said the same thing twice.
I had to break it down. Okay, so for example, there is The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
The Simpsons has a group of writers.
Right.
They write in the episodes.
Right.
There's one person on top that oversees all of that.
God. Because they're
well,
they've been predicting everything.
Well, sure, yeah. But if it's in any TV show, stuff like that, they have a showrunner. And they're the ones who's talking to the producers. They're the ones, that middle person between the writers and everybody.
The middle person between everybody.
Yeah, right. Because that's the main head of the show.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Showrunner. Because it's almost like, what's the choir director? Kind of like, they do like this.
Yeah.
But everybody's telling everybody what to do, but just with their hands.
Yeah, the conductor.
Conductor. For me to connect it so I can understand.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to see it.
Yeah.
It's the person who runs the show. Right. No, but yeah, that's basically what I would love to do. I would love to be a showrunner for an animated series, and even afterwards, even if I'm not a showrunner, I would love to just be the voices of the character, the person who does the music for it, like Family Guy, like Simpsons.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I would love to create my own animated series and run that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I want to be a writer for it. Yeah, I want to be a voice or character, character design, anything. And I think that's the best way I can fuel all of my ideas together. So to answer your question, I would love to create my own animated series where I can just employ all my friends. And I think I'm good with that, man. I think everything else. So basically, these are the different tools that I'm using to get to these kinds of points in my life that I want. Right. So, like, I'm not saying I want it to be a tattoo animated series, but you never know. Right. Tattoo on Broadway. Right. I can do it.
It's not going to be conventional, that's for sure.
Yeah.
This is art.
Yeah.
Don't know. So, it can be both of that. All that.
Yeah. So initially, that's my goal, is to be a creator of a television series, an animated show, and go from there. I think I could be content with things, and everything else is a win-win.
All right, Chris. Well, I need you guys to go and follow. Well, first of all, go, Chris, let them know what's your Instagram, what all your social platforms.
All right. So my Instagram is at Trovador360. That's Trovador 360. Twitter is Trovador180. Then we have my art page for tattoos, paintings, stuff like that. That's at Chriso Style on Instagram.
All right, and your shows are when? What are your shows?
My art show exhibition will be on February 1st, from February 1st all the way to I think we have a February 29th now this year. Yeah, we have a leap year this year. So it'll be there for the entire month, and it'll be at the center. Or you want to run it back?
That's okay. I did not know that. What the freak? 29th? What the freak?
You didn't know it was 29th?
No, the mention of my hand. Goodness gracious.
So yeah, it'll be there all month. The art gallery will be there all month at the Center Orlando on Mills. Then Ink Addicted will be March 22nd and 23rd at Imagine Theater. It is at the Oviedo Mall. It's a little theater, really beautiful spot. Come on down. The shows will be at 7 p.m.
All right, where can they purchase the tickets at? On
my link tree, there will be a little bio right there. Click on that. The tickets will be right there. My website is trovador360.com. Trovador 360.com. And there, I'll also post the link to the tickets. Or you can check on my Instagram. It'll be in the bio. My Twitter, it'll be in the bio. My solo art exhibition will be February 1st. The opening ceremony is at 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then it'll be featured the entire month at the Center Orlando. My solo show, Ink Addicted, will be March 23rd and 22nd at 7 p.m. You can get the tickets in my bio on Instagram or Twitter or on my website at trovador360.com. I hope to see y'all there.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been it. I hope you guys like what you heard. Chris has explained, gave me a little bit about who he is as a person. And if you're interested to find out more who Chris Trovador is and why this madman paints and creates art like he does, you need to come out to either one of the shows, if not all of them, and come and show your support, because I'll be there for sure, because my boy is in the O representing for the creatives, man. So, yeah, man, y'all have a good day. Christine, got anything to close out and say?
Thank you for having me, man.
No problem,
Thanks
my boy.
for being here.
Peace out, man.
Yee.
Y'all have a good day. Art!
Art!